.com/watch is where you can find it. It's all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Thanks, Echo.
All right, let's talk to our buddy Cy for a second because, look, Marnie, when we did the Power Trip stand-up night at Canterbury back in the day, you crushed it.
I remember.
Right, that was like the highlight of your life. You've said it for years. You just want to chase that high.
I loved it. I don't deny it.
The last handful of years, though, the Power Trip has hosted other people doing stand-up as part of this awesome festival. And Cy Amundsen, who also does stand-up professionally, is here to tell us all about it. Hi, Cy.
Hey, buddy. I am going to do that. It's going to be really hard for me to not spend my entire time jumping on board with Sauce's Kelsey wig conspiracy.
Oh, yeah.
He's so rich. You think a wig, Sauce?
Yeah, it's fake hair.
No kidding.
It's not real hair.
Totally.
Yeah,
I think.
100%.
Yeah, you know what? Let's not do it. I'll spend it. I'll ruin the show if we go down that path. We're doing a comedy show. It's going to be great. Here's a question, Corey. We didn't even think about this. Should we have a bunch of pros? Should we do a pro-am? Marnie, do you want to do stand-up again?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, you said I'm not putting you on the spot on the show. Here's what I'll tell everybody. We got an awesome set of people that we're going to announce as it goes. The first one we're announcing today, Tommy Ryman's going to be on it with me.
He's the
it's
best.
Thursday, October 10th at the Parkway Theater. We're going to give away tickets to that and all the shows at the 10,000 Laughs Festival coming up. Corey and the boys will tell you more about it. But the offer is on the table. We could give you a little cushiony 5-minute spot. You can go early. You don't have to follow anybody who's doing anything crazy. We could do a pro-am. It could be a lot of fun.
I love that idea.
Your thoughts?
Intriguing.
You think about it.
I like 2.5 weeks to think about it.
I loved it. But coming up with the material almost killed me. It was excruciating.
Well, why don't you just play the hits and run the same setback?
Oh my
I don't know why.
Wow.
Nobody. If you think I'm going up there to work a new 20, Marnie, you're crazy. I'm too insecure for that.
Yeah.
You think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
All right, so Cy Amundsen will be there. Tommy Ryman will be there. They're both absolute killers. If you haven't seen either one of them, that's going to be spectacular. And then the Power Trip's hosting.
Are you three all going to be there?
Well, yeah, we're going to host it.
Yeah.
Are you doing any bits?
We're just going to
Sauce,
free
you doing
show
a
it.
bit?
No, I like to
for
watch
sure.
people. I like to laugh.
Yeah.
I'm going to add that to the show. I'm going to laugh.
Yeah.
It's going to be my contribution.
We normally force Sauce to do 60 seconds of stuff he doesn't want to do, but we basically just stand up there and say, Sauce, do your bit.
Yeah.
And then he tells like a quick joke or two.
Yeah.
Nobody laughs.
What I can tell you is that, and you guys, you recognize this every year, it is an odd place to do stand-up in front of your crowd. It is so warm and welcoming. And I don't want to say easy because that, takes away the talent of the performance. But, like, it's almost easy. Everybody is so excited for the show, and it's so fun that you just get to go up there and get in a rhythm and crush. I don't know. It's a show that I look forward to every year.
Yep. So I just tweeted out the link. You can get tickets now, and it's like in a couple of weeks. So let's go.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Parkway
Super fun.
Theater, let's go.
That place kicks ass, too.
Yeah,
it is a super
I do
cool
like that
theater.
place a lot.
I
Yeah, it
actually
is
was
sweet.
last winter was there because Joe Mandy filmed his Netflix special at Parkway
no
Theater. It's the
kidding.
first time I've ever been there.
It's a cool spot, right?
Yeah.
The great Joe Mandy.
Yeah.
Great Joe Mandy.
Sweet. All right, Cy, thanks, man. That's going to be sweet. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. You're going to have to fly your ass back to Minnesota.
I am going to do that. I'm going to come in Friday morning. You know how that thing I always tell you? I call you and I'll be there, and then it's the morning and I'm never there?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Good.
Sweet.
And then you can tell us your theory on Travis Kelce's wig.
It can't be a wig. He's so rich. He just went to a black barber shop. That's what he does.
That's probably the best theory of all.
My brother, I don't think you've ever been to a black barber shop.
Listen to me, Max. I for sure have. And if you don't think a guy who says to Taylor Swift, hey, Ma, I'm going to be in the kitchen. If you think he's getting his hair cut at Cost Cutters, you're crazy.
Cost cutter.
All right, Cy, you're the best, dude. Talk to you soon.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
There's, Cy Amundsen.
Pete Holmes is coming in to play the Pantages during this. During
Yeah,
the,
like October
10,000
12th, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
right? Pete Holmes is awesome.
I love that guy. And
Awesome.
David Cross is doing First Avenue.
Yep. Festival's
Yeah.
sweet, man.
Thursday,
We're just
man.
a small part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's huge. That's huge.
And again, we've had Tommy Ryman on our show for what? 10 plus years.
Yeah.
If you have never seen him do actual stand-up, you just can't believe how freaking great that dude is.
Yeah, he's
10 out of
excellent.
10.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
I like comedy, man.
Sai's super funny.
Yeah, they're both pros. There's a reason why they're pros. It's hard to do.
Hey, Marnes,
It's really
hard to do.
Yes.
I'll write some
We know.
comedy for you if you just get up and deliver it.
Really?
Yeah, I'll write it for you. It's going to be pretty racy.
Whoa.
Cannot imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worn hats that you've purchased for me, but
Yeah.
I don't know about comedy that you've written.
Oh.
Why don't you write me a few things and I'll practice on this show?
You may write it up right now?
Sure.
Okay, you guys do some sports. I'm going to write some
Send me a
jokes.
text or an email or something and I'll.
Marnes, 11 minutes after 8 o'clock on September 24th, 2024. What's the % chance right now you do 5 minutes at that show? Hit us with the realism. That's fine.
Yeah, be cool.
Be honest.
Yeah, for once in your life.
Yeah.
20%?
Thank you, Rosie.
50%?
25.
25%. 25. We'll take it. It's not zero.
I didn't know anything about it. So
Yeah.
I'm
We
also
dropped it on
starting at zero.
Well, like Cy just said, though, it is a little bit like, not the size of the Canterbury crowd. That was insane.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
But so many people that come to this are Power Trip listeners that just will absolutely
Yeah,
go to
it's
see
safe.
whoever. Right. So it's a safe
yes.
space for you. There are going to be people that know you're going to crush.
Yeah.
So
I
now we're up
have
to
no
35%.
problem admitting that when we did that Canterbury comedy gig, outing, whatever we call it, being up there on stage and having that many people receptive, and I know they were there, they wanted us all to succeed. That was half the fun, was that audience was a built-in, everybody's going to crush it. That was one of the most exhilarating feelings I have ever had in my life. That was one of the most special and unique nights I've had in my life.
Exactly. So almost every heroin addict on the planet will tell you chase that dragon the rest of your life, right? You want to get that same high, but the heroin, you kind of get, like an iocane powder, you get immune to it. So it's that it doesn't hit as hard. So you're going to chase it and chase it and chase it. And the second time you can chase it is October 10th. It's going to feel 97% as awesome.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Almost as exhilarating.
I've never watched it. I know it's on YouTube, the special that we did at Canterbury. I've never even watched it because I don't want to ruin
don't.
the way I saw it and felt.
Yeah, you crushed it.
Well,
All right.
I didn't even say the ages of my kids right. That's how nervous and out of body I was.
Didn't matter. You nailed it.
It's nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely, I don't know how the pros do it.
Yep. All right, let's do Fan 5. Let's talk about
Speaking
some stuff
of the
that happened.
pros.
Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and
Hey,
Remodelers.
thanks, builders and remodelers.
Thank you.
So, the DraftKings favorite now for Rookie of the Year is Jaden Daniels. You can see why. The last two games, he's been incredible. The first game, he didn't do much in the air, but he got a couple of touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah.
But these last two, Rosie, how about this? The last two games, the Commanders have scored on every drive of both games except for kneel downs. That's insane.
He
Can we
called
ta-
the show earlier.
Yeah, he did.
We talked about it earlier. According to CBSSports.com, the chances of going 2 straight games, scoring on every drive, excluding kneel downs, is something like 1 in 1.7 million. That's how rare it is.
Yeah, I had a chance to watch him last night for the first time, and obviously his numbers, and more than his numbers, were impressive. He just seemed to have command of the huddle, of his situations. He knew, his eyes were always downfield. He just he looked every bit the part, and it takes these guys time to get adjusted. And I think we're slowly seeing. Even Bo Nix had a pretty good game on Sunday. So we're slowly seeing this heralded class emerge, and it probably gives J.J. McCarthy, who's recovering from knee surgery, a lot of hope as well that he's still learning on the job, but not unfortunately on the field. Well, then again, there's a reason why he wouldn't be playing anyway, because Sam Darnold would still be playing.
He would have handed the ball off once on Sunday.
He would have. That would have been it.
Joe Burrow, 324 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, a 127.5 passer rating, and no one cares because Jaden Daniels did everything right. 21 of 23, that 91.3% is the highest completion percentage in NFL rookie history.
Terrible.
He threw 2 touchdowns, 254 yards, a 41.7 passer rating. He also had 39 yards rushing and ran in a touchdown.
He's the whole package, yeah. When you look at the NFC East now, I mean, it's like it has the power going to quickly shift to teams like Washington over Dallas, Philadelphia. They're going to be right there. I think this is going to be they've been starved in Washington D.C. for a really good football team for quite a while, and they got themselves a stud quarterback now, and that's where that conversation begins. And the Bears have got the hope that Caleb Williams, who threw a lot of passes on Sunday, but
he did,
out of necessity. That seems to be, in talking to some friends who follow the Bears all the time.
Lavelle.
Well, I haven't talked to Lavelle, but I'm sure he'd feel the same way. Just a lot of fingers pointing at the coach and the coaching staff and the play calling. Some of the worst that they've ever seen, and not giving him the best possible chance, Caleb, to succeed under those circumstances. So Eberflus, is that his name? His job is probably going to be on the line pretty soon if he doesn't develop, start winning some games with this kid at quarterback, because they invested so much in him. It's all on Caleb Williams.
Well, maybe that was the mistake, because 11 hours ago, Sauce tweeted Jaden Daniels should have been the first pick.
Well, people argue that. I don't think it's a bad take. It's it was always the general consensus that Caleb was going to be the guy, but the Heisman Trophy winner is not a bad runner-up in this case. Not all Heisman Trophy winners end up being even decent pros, but that's certainly an argument to be had.
No, but Corey's take earlier was right, that if everybody thought he was basically the next Patrick Mahomes, and if you pass on him and he is the next Patrick Mahomes, you're screwed.
It's actually the wrong mentality, right? But it's what happens all the time in sports. You should just have the balls to say, I think Jaden Daniels is better. I know I'm supposed to take Caleb Williams, but I don't care.
Right.
But that just doesn't happen very often because, it's the risk of looking dumb versus the risk of just picking the obvious player.
And it doesn't sound like there was ever a doubt that they were going to take Caleb Williams.
But the other thing now is we talked about this off the air is if Eberflus and his whole staff gets fired, that's just another group of people that have to now try and figure out how to get Caleb Williams going. It's another offensive coordinator. That sucks. That's why, like, some of these guys that go to, first-time head coaches or new head coaches, they have a good shot because they're going to be there 4 or 5 years. When there's turnover, it affects everybody.
Hey, Marnie?
Yeah.
I wrote you a joke.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
You tell me if this passes the mustard. Okay?
All right.
2 old women.
Good start.
They're sitting on a park bench, beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
Right down here at by Rosie's place. 2 old ladies just sitting there. Suddenly a man in a trench coat.
Oh, boy.
He runs up, opens up the trench coat, flashes them. Completely nothing on, completely naked. Flashes the 2 old ladies. Completely shocking. So shocking, in fact, that one of the 2 old ladies had a stroke. The second old lady's arms weren't quite long enough. Does that work?
Yeah, how's that, Marnes?
That's right up your alley, Marnes.
Yeah, just if you could put that in a Word document and send it over, I will put it in the show.
It's done.
Okay. Dude,
So it's 2 old ladies,
yeah, they're sitting on a park
bench,
bench, yeah.
trench coat,
Right.
Yeah, shocking.
had a stroke. Got it.
You want another one?
Yeah, of course.
That's just off the top of my head.
Okay.
Dude walks up to an ice cream truck. Says, large cone, please. His voice is all croaky. The vendor says, you want any syrup on it? Yes, please. Dude says, his voice is real bothersome. Crushed nuts? Guy says, no, I just got laryngitis.
Genius.
Does that work?
Yeah, Marnes, you should do that one.
PG.
Well, you pretty much got my 5 minutes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I don't need to do much else.
All right, well, I'll send those over to you.
Sauce, why don't you or Common use some of these jokes?
These are real funny. I should use these.
Oh, that's why.
That's too blue for Common. Oh.
Are you working on new material?
Yeah.
What are the topics? Don't give us the jokes. Don't ruin it. Just give us the categories, the topics.
Just becoming a dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That'd be good.
A lot
You
of
can
fresh,
do a lot of
fresh
material with
material.
that. Yeah. What you think is going to happen and what the reality is.
That's it.
That's plenty. Everybody can relate to it.
Well,
Not everybody.
I can't relate to becoming a dad.
Well, a parent.
I got some bits.
What else?
That's it for now.
Will you debut this material on October 10th?
No.
Why not
Won't
just
be
a
ready?
little bit of a preview
Maybe a little
on October 10th?
preview, yeah.
Can you
maybe.
do one about to become a dad joke on the 10th?
Yeah. Sure. I got it.
And then can you do one crushed nuts joke?
Yeah.
Maybe
just to
you
follow
can
that.
combine the two.
Yeah. I'd have to steal Hawk's bit because that was funny.
Here's one you can have, Sauce.
Here's
go
another
ahead.
one.
Yeah, these are great. You wrote all these?
Sure, just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Guy walks up to an attractive lady.
No.
He says, attractive lady, is that a mirror in your pants? No, sorry, I blew it.
I thought it was up the top of your head.
Yeah, I blew it. Top of my head. That was just the side. Dude walks up to a lady. He says, is that a mirror in your pocket? The lady says, no, why? He says, because I can see myself in your pants.
It's more of a pickup line than a joke.
Don't criticize.
Kids would say that's a little bit of the Riz.
That's pretty good. You got another one?
I will in a minute.
So the success ratio is near 100%.
Am I
of
3
that
for
line.
3? Thank you.
I
Yeah.
think you're doing great, Hawk.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
for
you're
using
doing
a line like that.
Good job, Hockey.
Thanks, dude.
It's a wonderful job.
You're real natural.
Hey, sweetie.
You got a future in this business, kid.
What business are we talking about?
Broadcasting.
Why do you have a ball gag in?
Because your dad wouldn't take it out.
Oh.
Sauce, you ever actually used one?
A ball gag?
Sure.
No. Have you?
No. What are you, nuts?
Hawk? Wow.
Guy, man and a woman are on a train. Okay. It's a transcontinental train. Long ride. It's one of those trains, Rosie, you're familiar with. They have bunks, upper bunk, lower bunk.
Of course.
They don't know each other, But it's night time, and the guy says, I'll take the upper bunk. So he gets in there, and they're riding along. About 1 a.m., the dude leans over, looks down at the lady, and he says, ma'am, I'm real sorry to bother you, but I am freezing. Can you reach over in the closet right there and grab that blanket for me? I'm freezing. She says, I got a better idea. Just for tonight, you and me, let's pretend we're married. The guy's like, ooh, I love it. Let's do that. She says, good. Get your own damn blanket.
Yeah. I was waiting for
Good one.
That was pretty good, Hugs.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of these jokes would hit harder at a normal volume.
Are you criticizing my delivery now?
The whispering makes it creepy as
I
hell.
was trying to turn you on.
No,
Well, it's
it didn't
1
work.
a.m.
I need a ball gag. What? That was on the air? What? Whoops. Sauce, really never?
No.
God, I lost a bet. I owe somebody $100.
Who here is most likely to have used a ball gag?
9 to noon.
Tommy here?
Oh, for sure.
Can I guess 9 to noon, or do I have to guess somebody
You have
else?
to guess
Dallas.
somebody else.
Then Rosen.
No. Philadelphia.
What about Hawk? Hawk, have you?
Nah,
He's
man,
too
I'm
claustrophobic.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'll stand up for my client.
Thank you
He's
very
too
much.
claustrophobic. I don't buy it. Paul,
But
your hands
that's
up.
the only reason.
That's the only. Otherwise, yes, you would have tried it. But he is
Zach?
No.
Maxo?
No one bought that hesitation.
Like on me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Let's ask Jonathan Grenard about ball gags when we come back. Viking defender Jonathan Grenard will join us in about 10 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Lizard loving, it's a wild, wild ride. STDs on the rise, but I can't decide.
What? Lizard
Chris's
love?
sister's got a hold,
My
I
sister.
cannot break.
The biggest headliners in live music shared the stage this past weekend.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
From the gas pumps in Granite Falls to the ice chest in Isanti, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we challenge chance and chase glory, where we pursue our passion and dare to dream. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game.
Trucks. That's uniqueclassiccars.com. Click on auctions. You can bid to win right now. With around 150 cars in stock, we are sure to please. uniqueclassiccars.com.
Treasure Island Resort and Casino. TICasino.com. Get down to the island right outside of Red Wing, Minnesota. Quick drive here from the Twin Cities to get down and have tons of fun at the arcade, the bowling alley, the water park, the spa, Tadeau Steakhouse. And of course, Treasure Island has every single gaming option you can possibly imagine. So go potentially win some money today. Go have some fun. Slot machines, bingo, blackjack, poker, and much, much, much more. Find out all that information at TICasino.com. And while you're there, get some tickets, get a hotel room. There's lots of shows right around the corner. For example, you can see the way the Beatles performed 60 years ago when 1964, the tribute, brings modern-day Beatlemania to Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Hailed by Rolling Stone as the best Beatles tribute on earth. You can see them on Friday, October 18th, so a little less than a month away if you want to see an awesome Beatles tribute band. That's Friday, October 18th at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Find those tickets, find out more information, and get those rooms booked at TICasino.com.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky chonkers. Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
Hey, it's Corey Cove, KFan, with some awesome news from my friends at OVO LASIK and Lens. If you've been thinking about getting LASIK, now is the perfect time to get to OVO, because they just keep doing what they always do, which is constantly winning awards. OVO has just swept the Minnesota Best Awards, taking gold for LASIK, eye surgery, and eye care. And that's not all. Dr. Mark Lobanoff has just been named Minnesota's top doc by Minnesota Monthly. So don't wait any longer. OVO always offers a free LASIK consultation. So that's right, you can find out if you are a LASIK candidate for free. Plus, OVO has the best price guarantee, so you know you're getting the best deal. And for a limited time, you can take advantage of 24 months of interest-free financing, no down payment, no interest for 2 years. That's pretty sick. Imagine living life without glasses or contacts, like in my case, for as low as just $4 a day. The legends of LASIK are at OVO LASIK and Lens. Dr. Mark Lobanoff and Dr. David Whiting. This is the place to go, so if you are ready to see the world clearly, schedule your free LASIK exam at ovoi.com. That's OVOEYE.com, or call 877-OVO-EYES. It's OVO LASIK and Lens, ovoi.com.
Marney Gellner back here for Scheels. You know, the mornings are getting a little cooler. Fall is in the air. A new season means new styles at Scheels, and they've got some awesome footwear right now from UGG. Colors and styles for everyone in the family. And I've been looking at those UGG Tasman slippers for a while. They have UGG mini boots and Golden Star clogs. They've got UGG boots for men as well. Plus the fall fashion that you're looking for. Varley, Unreal, Seven Diamonds, Free People, Viore. New season, new fall styles at Scheels, Eden Prairie, Rochester, Mankato, St. Cloud, and Fargo.
Hello, parents. It's Mr. Jim, and I want to invite your kids to listen to Kids Short Stories. You see, kids all around the world listen to Kids Short Stories and send in their ideas. And every single day, I create a brand new story about them finding treasure, stopping the bad guy, or flying on a unicorn. If you're looking to cut down on screen time, search for Mr. Jim. So listen to Kids Short Stories on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Tyler of Arthur's Jewelers. What does it mean to be your jeweler? It means that when you walk through our door, you're treated like family. It means earning your trust with integrity, honesty, and expertise. It's an honor to be a part of your most important moments. Arthur's Jewelers. We want to be your jeweler.
5 years, no interest, or save 25% off industry best Elements windows. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Hey, don't forget, I beat 3 of yous in the Charge Challenge again this week. 30% off starting at 9 a.m. until midnight Thursday. 30% off all the products at cultivatedcbd.com. Can't wait. But I don't want Thank you. Buy some good stuff. This is Briggsy. The song is Grace. Local music on the Power Trip Morning Show. Rosie, did you write this song? I can't remember.
I helped to put my mic on.
Yeah, you're busy
I
writing
had a hand in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Button bar.
Bar.
I'm way ahead of you.
We'll get Jonathan Grenard on momentarily here.
Should we do headlines until he calls?
Absolutely, we should.
Okay, let's do that. Let's learn something.
Now it's time for Headlines.
Headlines brought to you by Wolf River Electric. If you want to get turned on by the official partner of the Minnesota Vikings, by the way, too. Maybe you see their billboards all over the place. You can go solar with Wolf River Electric, just like I did. Love those guys and gals. Great group of people. Get those solar panels put on. Wolf River Electric. Rosie and Marney, we might get flying shopping carts before we get flying cars.
What?
Whoa. A robotics team in South Korea is developing something called a palletrone, which is a combination of a pallet and a drone.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be an improvement on our shopping cart because it can go over any kind of terrain and up and down stairs.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand how this is being used.
I don't know.
I don't ride
the
that son of a bitch.
practical purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've been fine pushing my
it's kind of
cart
nice.
around, honestly.
I love it.
Do you?
Button bar.
I do. I love grocery shopping.
Yeah, so do I.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sauce, you should do a stand-up bit about how every time you grab a shopping cart, you always seem to grab one that has one wheel that's off.
Yeah.
Right? Talk about how shopping carts have one bad wheel, always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be a good bit.
It's a good premise.
Somebody's got to have that bit, right?
No.
I've never
That's
heard
the
it.
first time anybody's ever suggested that. Jerry Seinfeld and Jim Gaffigan, also stand-up comedians, they are announcing they are going to tour again together next year.
Oh.
Worked this time. Why not do it again? So
Not all their stops included the two of them. One of them, in fact, here, I think
Yeah.
Gaffigan was here solo, I believe. Seinfeld was not here. But hey, they are terrific together, I'm sure.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is officially going to return in an upcoming Legacy sequel, though I Know What You Did Last Summer. It comes out next year, July 18th of next year. It's going to be called I Know What You Did 28 Summers Ago.
Come on.
That's not what it's called. You're making
It's
that up.
not.
I made that up.
I know you did. Well, it would be too far-fetched.
The first
honestly.
one is not bad. It isn't. It's a good little scary movie for an hour and a half.
It's
fine.
a Scream ripoff.
Yeah,
Instead
sure.
of Ghostface, they just put a guy in a fisherman's slick and gave him a hook instead of a knife. It's the same thing.
Sure, but that was
fine.
That was what all those movies were.
And it had Jennifer
You were
Love Hewitt,
correct.
so of course Hawk's seen it 60 times.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
What do you
I don't
call
remember
her,
anything
Hawk?
about it. I don't call her anything offensive.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I mean, yes, you do, but that'll be fine. Not that I'll see it.
Marnie's giving you the death stare.
Who are you talking to?
You.
She's not looking at me. She's looking at Max. I don't know why you're looking at Max like
Oh,
that. Now you made him feel bad.
A new show is coming to Max, which is HBO Max, but for whatever reason they keep trying to brand it as just Max. Ugh, it's HBO Max.
Yeah. Or at least cut me a check.
It's called Fast Friends. It is a game show
Based on
the show Friends.
Right.
It's going to be things like puzzles and games and trivia on the set of the show. So Central Perk, it'll look like the Central Perk coffee shop or the apartments of the characters. It begins next month. Production begins next month. No word on when it'll exactly air, but Friends over the weekend just celebrated their 30th anniversary.
Amazing.
Debuted 30 years ago on the 22nd.
Still holds up.
That show sounds terrible.
I think
That does sound terrible.
I would do pretty well on that show. On a
So is it-
Friends-based trivia show.
Oh, yeah, you
that's
definitely
it then. So if you didn't watch Friends, there's no
out.
reason to turn it in.
No, but if they
Turn it in.
turned The Office
Well,
into
I'm
a
out.
game show and it was just Office trivia
Right.
and stuff, I would watch that every day.
every night.
I have a very empty existence. That would
Yeah, I
fill
know you do.
most of that void.
The
life.
good thing is you admit that.
Well, yeah, honesty.
Yeah. It is-
Rosie, you did not watch Friends?
No.
I know you were working.
I was working all the
right.
time. I didn't watch The Office. I mean, I've watched more episodes of The Office the last 4 years than I
Right.
ever
Well,
did
that
when the
was
show
going to
was
be
on the
my
air.
question since you're not an evening sportscaster anymore.
Yeah.
Don't you see Friends
I've
on
seen
TNT?
it. Yeah, I've seen
TBS,
it occasionally.
the marathons?
It's okay. I mean, honestly, I understand there's some really funny episodes, but if I have a choice between The Office and Friends, Office wins 99. Well, it wins 100 out of 100 times.
Okay.
Between the two, if you're going to.
Sauce, today is National Punctuation Day.
Oh, boy.
Name as many punctuation marks as you can.
Period, question mark, a semicolon, colon,
A natural third choice.
a comma,
Said that.
an exclamation point.
A what? Hang on. Say that one more time.
Isn't it X? I don't know how to say it.
Say it again, though?
Exclamation point? X. I don't know how to say it.
But what is it, though? How do you say it?
It's one with the long stick and then the period. The long stick.
And that's called a what?
Exclamation point.
Hang on, though.
No.
I didn't quite hear that.
I don't know how to say it. Exclamation point.
No P.
Exclamation.
Who's the head?
How do you say it?
Who's the head coach of the Green Bay Packers?
It is Matt LaFleur.
God, you got that one down now. Who's the quarterback of the Colorado Buffaloes?
It is Shadur Sanders.
See, now you're 2 for 2. See, we mock you and ridicule you, and then you ridicule you, and then you learn. Now, what is the punctuation mark with the stick and then the period?
I don't know how to say it. If somebody would say it, I bet I could figure it out.
I want you to just keep saying it until we have to talk to Grenard.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation?
How do you, exclamation?
No,
How do
don't
you
tell
think
him.
you spell it?
Don't
I
tell
don't
him.
know.
Just give it a shot.
No,
the way
no,
it sounds
no, I
in
don't
your
know how to say
head.
it. No, I have no clue.
After the EX
No, I'm
in
not
your
going to play
head.
along.
I was curious and not trying to ridicule you.
I don't know how to say it. I literally don't know how to say it.
How many letter P's are in that first word, not in the word point?
Perfect. I'll put you on hold for just a sec. We'll get right to him.
Thank God you're going to get bailed out here.
Thank God. Thanks, Jonathan.
The answer is 0.
Oh, it's 0? Exclamation.
There you go. Exclamation.
It's not exclamation.
No, that's right.
The guy who put the exclamation point on the game on Sunday was the Vikings defender, Jonathan Grenard, who joins us every Tuesday to talk Vikings football and NFL football. Jonathan, man, what an awesome game on Sunday, not just for you, but the entire team. That was just absolute domination.
Man, it was fun to be there. It was fun to have the environment, obviously. But man, it was good, man. To win like that against obviously a former team, against anybody, period, to keep the thing rolling. I'm excited to see where we go next.
3 sacks for you. Clearly, that was insane, right? You were everywhere. You trucked that rookie tight end to get that first one. That was probably not a super fun moment for that kid. You got the sack later when Harrison Phillips almost got the other one. You were all over the place. But what I think Vikings fans got to see for the first time was your flexibility. I don't understand how you can get your leg that high. Like your foot was over your head. Like you were a what are the gals on from that theater in New York?
The Rockettes.
Yes, the Rockettes. You look like one of the Rockettes.
We've been waiting on it.
How do you get your foot that high?
Through repetition. That's a kick I've been doing for the past couple of years, but I've been doing it. It's my fraternity, Mega Psi high kick. So, it was always like a challenge amongst me and my brothers back in school to see who can get our kick the highest, and it's just a little technique that I use, and it's kind of perfected now, and all the guys are still jealous because they still can't get their leg that high. So it's still an ongoing debate of who has the highest leg kick out of my chapter, but I always take the reign for that. So, but yeah, man, that's got to be the signature for me. That for anything, I'm glad I brought it back out and was able to do it on Sunday.
Hey, how great is it when you line up and you see that tight end line up against you, not just in Sunday's game, but in any game you're playing? How much does that change your pass rushing attack?
Well, it's another opportunity, obviously, to get to the and then another part, you don't have to deal with a 300-pounder, 300-plus. But it's like the same across the league. Defensive ends, outside linebackers, whoever's rushing the quarterback, if they put a tight end over you, man, he's got to pay. I mean, it's just one of those things that's kind of unspoken rule that we don't get blocked by tight ends. So I'm pretty sure there are some good tight ends out there, who can stand in front of you and do these things. But on us as a DN and outside backers who practice this stuff all the time, and most times we're practicing for, like I just mentioned, the 300-plus pounders. When you get a guy that's like a 240, 250, so by this time of your size, it definitely gives you the advantage. But within the scheme, man, there's so many ways to get you these opportunities to go one-on-one with the tight end of how they just draw things up. So there are times where I'm going to be one-on-one with tight end a lot. just based off of the scheme and stuff. So if that's how they want to do it, and that's what we're going to continue to do, I'm all for it.
Well, Jonathan, the fans are definitely picking up on the defensive dominance of this football team right now. But it's I've heard it loud in there. It was incredibly loud. I want to know your perspective on the field when your former teammate Laramie Tunsil was having a tough time. I think there were 4 straight false starts. They went from like 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 19 in a heartbeat. What was that like on the field during that sequence?
When you have a crowd going insane like that, it just fuels us. I mean, it's the matter of, I think my wife was telling me, and I had some friends here this past weekend, is when that horn blows, or just in general, it feels like war out there. You know, it feels legit, like you can just feel the chills and the energy that the crowd brings to this game, on top of the intensity from the defense and, you know, whatever phase that is on the field at the time. But man, when you hear a crowd like that, you just know that you have to give them what they want. You have to make sure that we make them proud. And I feel like that's what's going through our minds all the time. Like, we know that we have a great product, with the scheme and, you know, what we have on this team. But when you add that other factor like the crowd does at US Bank, man, I don't think that, it's obviously the number one in the league, in my opinion, just because of, I don't see anybody beating that. And when we are at home, I feel like we're pretty dangerous. So shout out to the supporters, man, the fans, man. They showed up and did their thing.
Good morning, Nerd Dog. It's Marnie. I was reading a quote from Aaron Jones after the win, where he was talking about the vibe on this team and the special group that it is. We've only played 3 games. I get that, and keeping that in perspective. But his quote was saying that he can't put his finger on it, but that you know when something is different and something is special. And that's what he's feeling on this team right now, though he can't exactly say what it is. Can you describe whatever it is that you're feeling is different or special about this group right now?
Yeah, and like you mentioned, it's still early. However, there are things you can point out and say, hey, look, this is good ball. This is championship-type ball. But, you know, amongst ourselves in the locker room, we understood that, you know, this first couple of weeks of our season is going to be, we kind of call it the gauntlet. You know, we're playing 2 of the highest, you know, high caliber teams that have literally talent through this roof, with San Fran and obviously Houston. I mean, and even coming up now with Green Bay, they're still a really good team too, despite even though the injuries or whatever they have. They're still a really good team. They're playing some good ball. However, we all see the good products. You know, you're on teams, you got guys like Harrison Smith, you know, who's been around a long time, and he's seen good teams and bad teams. You know, me, myself, just last year when I was in Houston, we kind of started to get that feeling too, obviously, when we started to get the ball rolling. But now when we're walking around this locker room and we're seeing guys and we're in practice and seeing certain moves and techniques that we do and just talking about, you know, what the plans and expectations are, at this point, man, we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard because we've already put it on tape that we can play against anybody and beat anybody. But for us, it's consistency. So we're not going to look too far. However, if we continue to just keep holding ourselves to this standard to play like this week in and week out, the sky's the limit. And then obviously we know what the end result could be if we continue to do this.
The Vikings-Packer rivalry is a big one. What have you heard from your teammates about what this game means to the state and the rivalry and everything about that?
Oh, man, I mean, the first 3 games, obviously, we had to take care of business. Obviously, they weren't, you know, division opponents, but everybody know, even after yesterday's meeting, you know, we talked about the film a little bit, but our focus is definitely shifted to Green Bay. I mean, that's one of those things where, you know, I'm new to it, but I obviously know the history behind it, and I obviously know anytime you play in a division opponent, man, it has to be, you know, a bloodbath. Honestly, it's going to be one of those. It's just one of those hard-nosed games. Green Bay is obviously, you know, their historic franchise, and you know what they bring to the table as far as the physicality aspect, trying to run the ball and, you know, impose their will, and so that way they can get good opportunities for whoever it is, Malik Willis or Jordan Love. But they're a really good team. They're playing good ball, and I feel like we're playing good ball too. But we got to take it up another notch. We're going to obviously their home field. It's going to be a hostile environment, but it's going to be a great test for us to truly show how we can deal with adversity when we get a little bit of success. You know, they now that we've kind of put it on tape, now we have to expect everybody to be playing their best against us because now we have a target on our back. But we love that. We love being an underdog. We love being that team that, that they can count us out. But I feel like our resiliency and our physicality and our mindset with this team, man, I feel like it gives us the upper hand, and we just got to not go show it.
Jonathan Grenard again is our guest. I was just looking through the schedule for the Texans. I can't tell. Have you ever played in Green Bay in a regular season game?
No, I was there for preseason about a couple years back, but no, I've never been at Lambeau for an actual in-season game.
You've played a lot of football, a lot of historic stadiums, a lot of big games. Anything special about Green Bay you're looking forward to playing a regular season game there?
Looking forward to trying to get a dub, man. Honestly, that's the only thing we're coming up with the mindset of. Obviously, it's going, like I said, it's a historic field and has so much history and tradition going on there. And obviously, they're a great organization, just from the players they put out and how to just run things. But I'm excited to go over there, man, and bring what we have to this to their environment, and definitely try to obviously go with the mindset for a win. But we definitely know it's not going to be easy. But we're going to continue to do what we've done and not switch anything up. And then it's going to be a war. It's going to be a battle.
It's probably a long answer, but how has Brian Flores managed to put these pieces together? And everyone was kind of going, we don't know what we have here. All the new additions with yourself and Van Ginkel and Cashman and Gilmore, and then you go, well, it's kind of a mishmash of players from veterans and other younger players from other teams, and to gel this quickly on defense and to have that kind of confidence, no matter who's in the lineup, who's not playing. How much does Flo deserve credit for kind of making this thing happen right now?
Yeah. Flo's, his system is a system where if you know ball and you understand football, as far as coverages, fronts and gap fits and stuff like that, I feel like, and I can say it now, it's pretty easy now. You can break it down. Obviously, learning it is definitely a hiccup because it's just myself. I'm number 3. We're just only told to just go upfield, and maybe every blue moon you drop. To Flo's defense, where you do all of that, but you always have to kind of keep your head on the swivel because there are different checks and things that we can do just because we understand teams they're trying to check to get to their play on offense, and he definitely wants to have the upper hand on defense to where if you're going to check, we're always going to be one step ahead of you. So when guys like Gink, Gilly comes in, Cash, Kamu as well, all of these guys they used to play with Flo in that system before, so it's kind of the familiarity with them. It helps me out whenever I'm trying to get my job done, and I'm asking, hey, what do I have to do on this drop, or what do I have to do on this play, and how do you see teams attacking us? So it's a lot of vets in there, but I feel like the IQ of this team is so high, we kind of have to hold ourselves to that standard to be able to, receive and understand all the things that Flo is going to throw at us. So every time that we get a new play or something like that, or understanding our opponent and what we're trying to do and attack it, we rep it in camp. And that's why it makes it so much easier to get it now. The only hard part now is when we're in U.S. Bank and we're trying to get, obviously, to those checks, and it's literally deafening with, how loud it is in there. But I just love it, man, because it always just makes sure that we're going to have the upper hand at the end of the day.
You're playing like a monster. Congrats on the 3 sacks and the win. Good luck against Green Bay, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
Grenard. What a beast, man.
Man.
So good.
It's astonishing. You'll think, without Ivan Pace, Dallas Turner's out. You're not going to be able to replace these guys necessarily, and didn't even notice it. And that's the thing about this team right now is just how they're picking each other up. And so I think B-Flow's system, it's clicking. And the additions that Kwesi made, getting Gilmore in here, obviously, they had to say goodbye to Daniil Hunter, and there was a lot of hand-wringing about that. It's so hard to say goodbye. It's so hard to say goodbye, yeah.
But fun bar.
Okay, you know what?
Fun bar.
Hey, speaking of music.
Max, bail me out.
Marnie and Rosie, Poker Face, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to ask a question. Don't flinch. It's music-based. Everybody else is going to discuss what we think you guys can say.
Okay.
On this date, September 24th, 1991, the album that changed music forever, Nirvana's Nevermind, was released 33 years ago today. Can either of them name a song off of that album? Can either one of them do it? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Marnie's smiling. Don't play poker, Marnie. She's smiling because there must mean that there's no chance.
No.
Can either of them name a song off of Nevermind?
No.
Well, if they can name one Nirvana song, it would be off of Nevermind.
Most likely.
So
can they do it? Amos, what do you think?
Yes.
Which one? Both or
Marnes?
Marnes is the one that, if this is your poker face,
This is the worst poker face
she's
I've ever
laughing
seen.
like she has no chance. So this might be reverse psychology. This
That's
might
what
be
I'm
a
saying.
reverse tell, but I think Marnes has no chance. But Rosie, I don't know about Rosie. I'm going to say no as well.
No, I wasn't a Nirvana fan, so
you cannot name one.
I cannot name one. I mean, I know, obviously, I've heard the music. But
Sure, but can't name the songs.
song.
Marnie, can you name one song off of Nevermind?
Smells like Teen Spirit.
What a poker face. Knew it. That's why I suck at cards, because I thought you had no chance.
I cannot name 2 songs, however.
But
But I might be able to finish, sing a popular one.
Mm-hmm. Sauce, you
And
do
I
it.
can
You can do it. Sing a
finish the
popular
lyric.
one, and then she'll finish the lyric.
Let me see here. What else should I say? Everyone.
It's so hard.
Are you just trying to get Rosie to say that? He doesn't know that lyric.
No,
It's so hard.
Ick.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Rose.
Can you sing it, or you're just going to speak the
It's so
lyrics?
hard.
I'm just going to speak it.
You want Zach to finish that line?
Sure.
Do it again.
What else should I say?
Wrong album, by the way.
Is it? Oh, yeah, that's off. Yeah. Man, what else is on there? Maybe I don't know.
You can't name another song off of Nevermind?
I don't think so.
Really?
Bleach? No.
That's an album. Sure.
What else can you say?
Everyone is...
Yeah.
Gay is the right answer. Yeah, gay is the right answer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the wrong album.
Sure is. That's off of In Utero. 33 years ago today also, Dr. Seuss died of cancer at 87 years old. Marnie, how many kids did Dr. Seuss have?
Oh, my God.
Good question.
How many kids did Dr. Seuss have?
The fictional character
No,
or
his
the
real-
actual...
Yeah, his real name was
His real
Theodore
name?
Seuss
Okay.
Geisel or something.
I've
The
never heard him
actual,
talk
I
about his
mean,
Dr. Seuss had how many?
family.
You're going to go 8?
8?
Rosie, how many?
5? I don't know. Any idea? I've never heard family background about Dr. Seuss.
He had none.
0.
Really?
Wasn't
oh,
it
but
Bruce
he wrote...
Slice?
Oh.
Wow.
I see the irony. If I could add something really quick.
You sure
Yes,
can.
please. Would you? I'm sorry. I missed
It's about
it.
time.
Well, you keep bringing up this date. It's September 24th, and today is my dad's birthday. And as you guys know, he passed away 6 months ago, and he was supposed to be today on an honor flight, which is a flight where they take veterans for 2 days to Washington, D.C. to see the monuments. And in my dad's case, he wanted to see the Vietnam Wall, and he was in Vietnam, and he obviously did not make the flight. And our family got a video. The flight left Sunday from Fargo. It comes back tonight. But we got a video of one of the veterans walking down the aisle of the center of the airplane, holding my dad's photo, and on the intercom, they're reading his biography because he wasn't on the flight. He didn't get to make the trip. And it was just super touching and respectful that even the fallen are still held up and recognized and as best they can. I just thought it was a really, really classy, wonderful touch. Wow. And I just wanted to
Awesome.
It's a wonderful
share that
thing they
and
do
thank
with
that group
with
of
the
veterans.
veterans.
Yes,
And, they bring them to
and the
Washington.
volunteers who make that happen.
That's so cool.
To honor those veterans and then to give them a
emotional.
really, really wonderful welcome home, like some of them did not get when they actually came home.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
the
think it's a
truth.
wonderful program. And thank you to those who are helping with this honor flight in Fargo and who took the time to honor my dad when he couldn't be there.
Well done.
That's great.
Very cool.
Well done.
Marnes, we'll see you Friday.
I'll be
You're
here
back in the
Friday.
mix.
Oh, I can't wait.
We're playing
Let's
again.
play.
The normals, the
gotta rev it
regulars,
up.
playing on
Hell
Friday.
yeah.
Rosie, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, 9 to noon is next. 5:30 to 9 tomorrow. See you.
We make it up as we go.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too. Have a love you.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. Very, very...
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today for an internet service monthly rate with peace of mind.
From the gas pumps in Granite Falls to the ice chest in Isanti, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we challenge chance and chase glory, where we pursue our passion and dare to dream. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game.
Bride's best jewelers for the